we're good. We're going to continue on. I think we've kind of committed to full watch for Charlotte until it happens. Just because it's like at this point, if we take a night off and she has it, it's like
that'd be a letdown.
All is lost.
Big sunk cost fallacy here.
Yeah. So I think we've committed. We're going to try to do a little more Dungeons and Dragons on live. So if you haven't checked in, we've been doing live pretty much every night. And sometimes we're on there talking. Sometimes we are just having it on the camera and y'all just see us checking on everybody. And it is fun now that there are some babies. You know, they get up, they romp around, they eat, they do some funny stuff. So that's been pretty much every night. And it's just been a blessing that everyone's safe and alive. And it's not been the easiest of the foalings, but we're trucking along. So I'm glad that you're hanging in there.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
In your first foaling season. I'm glad you're hanging in there through all of the tech crisis.
Yeah, we're in there.
Matt has dipped. He's no longer with us. He quit. So that's why he's not here today. I'm just kidding. He's fine. It's just like there are other things that have to be done during the day. And so because of all of the crisis, like everyone is having to do a job now. Like everyone's having to be places doing things. Yeah. So hope y'all enjoyed today's little catch up. I know we didn't give that much away about each of the birds. We might talk later, but we just haven't posted them yet. So I don't really want to give away all the details. So watch those as they come along and we'll see you. Have you been in a stressful situation like this one before? And if you haven't, how have you been coping with lack of sleep and these stressful situations? I mean, last night was stressful, like obviously. So how have you been coping with it, do you think?
Definitely this week has been a little harder than most. The first round of full watch, I'm still excited. I'm still very excited for foaling season. The first round of full watch, I was like amped up. I was ready, prepared.
We were playing a lot more D&D.
Yeah. We were having, not that we're not having fun now, but like we were having a lot of fun.
Well, we had crisis.
Yeah. And so it was, what was the question? What was
like, how are you coping?
How am I coping with it? It's definitely taken a toll like on my mental health a little bit. I'm working on it. I'm relaxing and talking myself down, and my mom's keeping me sane and whatever, but I sleep on my lunch break. Like I handle coping with stressful things with sleep, unfortunately.
So, like last night we had a rough birth. Y'all will see that with Coco. We had to have the vet out. Like it was definitely scary. So are you good now after everything's been all said and done? Or did that kind of bring to light how quickly things can go?
It definitely, it kind of like put something off in my head. Like, oh, this can go south very quickly. Like you saw, I don't know if y'all saw Katie's video, but she basically said she like called me as I got out of the shower.
Yeah.
And I like ran in a tank top.
She had a towel on her head.
No shoes on. And I was like, what can I do? And so I was like, I was ready, but I was like still tired. I was stressed. I was like,
it'll get there. It'll get there.
Some people did catch what I said in the video whenever you were like, it's okay.
Yeah.
I literally said, if this were to happen right now, I wouldn't be able to handle it simply because of everything that's been going on just with my personal life. But it was a little traumatizing in that moment because I was like, it kind of set in that like something could go very wrong very quickly, and it was. And then I was like, I need to call. We need someone.
Right. Yeah, and
it was a little traumatizing.
Love my vet. Love Dr. Matthew. He was not in a hurry enough for me. I was in that moment. But anyway, okay, let me take a second. What's been your biggest foaling season ick? What's grossed you out?
Okay. There was one thing that icked me out, and I don't remember what it was.
The hippo mane?
No. I don't like the placentas falling out. And then so Ricky's came out all together.
Yeah.
And eventually baby pulled it off, but like it was, I just watching it slide out and then it was still connected. I was like, okay.
That was interesting. That doesn't happen very often.
No.
I know it's normal for babies to be connected after birth, but like
honestly, I mean, humans, I guess, have a lot of intervention, so it's a little different, but like I don't think I've seen a placenta come out attached to baby that I can really think of. Now, luckily she wiggled around and pulled it off, but
yeah. That was I don't like the placentas. They just, especially when Dr. Matthew was like pulling it apart, I was like, what? He's like,
just when he's checking it
horn.
out,
He's like, this is the horn and this is that, and I'm like, all of that.
what
Alone for us.
has been the biggest surprise? I mean, we tried to like, I guess, tell you a lot about it beforehand and try to prepare you, but like, I mean, we can't do it. We can't tell you everything. Some things just happen. So what's been something that you've been like shocked by?
Shocked. Let me think about all the births. Okay, so we had Raven and Moose. That was the first one. That was pretty short. That was pretty quick, right?
It was pretty quick.
Okay.
Indy's was the one that was long. Ricky's was pretty short.
And then
Coco's was traumatic.
I already forgot the question.
What was the big shock?
Big shock. Okay. Honestly, so whenever I got hired and they were talking about foaling season and kind of preparing me for like what to expect, they brought up foal alerts.
Mm-hmm.
And so, of course, I didn't know what that was. I found out on the catching up with Katie, whatever. And so watching it get put in was honestly a surprise because I did not know that existed.
Mm-hmm.
That was one thing that surprised me because like that's a genius invention. I mean,
also you just don't think about things being sewn in, you know? Like,
yeah,
I mean, it's
not
just
at
2
all.
stitches, but
Yeah.
still, it's a little jarring at first.
Yeah, that was a little shocking. And then I think Coco's baby shocked me the most.
Yeah.
It was a little shocking just having everything happen so quickly and then you being like, I need help. And I'm like, okay, what do I do?
Oh yeah, in that moment
There was nothing.
I mean, and 2, it was not helpful that she's a mini.
Yeah.
And that everything is tighter, everything's smaller, you know, and she was like bound and determined to push it out. So there was no like pushing back in. There was no repositioning. Like that was difficult. But so when I was like, because I remember with Indy, because Indy, her baby was so big, so her placenta is gigantic.
Yeah.
And while she was laying there, I was like, okay, I'm going to tie it up. And I was like this deep in the placenta for a second.
Yeah.
Was that?
Yeah. That was watching you. I had to look away when you tied Coco's.
Why?
Because it's just like,
By the
I
way,
don't know why it bothers me so much, but it's just like,
By the way, I get asked, what are you doing? Why are you tying that in a knot? So one, they step on it. Like it gets long and they step on it. And when they step on it, they could either A, pull it when they shouldn't, because you don't want it pulled out. You want it to naturally come out. But then also if they tear it and then there's no longer as much weight on it pulling it out, they can retain it.
Yeah.
So we tie it in a knot if we can. And generally if the mom's still laying down, I'll do it because if you wait too long and they get spicy or they're hurting, it's hard to kind of get back there and
tie it.
and do it. So I do it as soon as I possibly can. And so I tie a knot. It adds weight, keeps them from stepping on it. I tie towels in them sometimes. Like with Raven, she tore hers.
Yeah, that's right.
And so I tied a towel in it just to
Add some.
give it a little weight.
Mhm.
So the worst thing ever is when everything goes perfect and then you have to sit there and wait on that placenta. Yeah, I could see how like in all the past ones I've been like, it's okay. Da, da, da. And then this one I'm like, get Dr. Matthew here right now.
You're like, where is he?
So there's been a lot of questions about like, oh, were you shocked by how like tiny Coco's baby was?
We forget. We forget. I found Jack.
She did. I wasn't even here and she found Jack. So this is not her first mini baby.
But we do think that this baby is a little bit smaller than Jack.
I don't know. I mean, is he? I just think I forget how tiny they are.
But do you remember watching me and Eliza on the camera trying to push him out of the pasture?
Yeah, and I was like, pick him up.
Exactly.
Don't
we
do that.
we struggled to pick him up. This one, you just pick him up lightly.
I will say it feels like nothing. Like you just pick him up. So yeah, this was her second mini baby.
It's still shocking how small it is, truly.
Someone's like, Lindsay would probably rather be on Full Watch rather than deleting comments from last night's live. Poor Lindsay, but she did an amazing job. That's where you're wrong.